what's up, guys? We are live, baby, and I'm waiting for the market here to kind of pick a direction and go. The ATR, I gotta tell you, it's reasonable, man. I'll take 34, but now price action has just got to catch up here. We are on big bar 28, waiting for this guy to close up here in 10 seconds, and you can see the ATR is starting to fall at a reasonable rate. I do hope we stay up. I think we're probably going to stay at least above 20 throughout the day today, if yesterday is any kind of signal here. I gotta tell you, it feels like volatility is starting to creep back in. I mean, you gotta remember, we were seeing ATRs of like 11, right? Midday for a little while. Yesterday, you know, what, 3 times that maybe? Midday, so we're gonna be just fine. We just gotta wait for this price action to do its thing, man. All right. Big bar 29, let's see what you got. In the meantime, I saw some people trading gold today, ATR 5 1/4. Yeah, I mean, not too bad here. I'll keep an eye on bar 29, we'll see what's up. Yes! You know, ES. Bit cleaner than NQ here, huh? You can definitely make the argument here of a big bull wedge, but nearing high a day. Yeah, we'll see if I want to stop hunt this. I got 3 minutes to make that call. We'll see how this bar closes up. You gotta kind of be a little careful here. You know, ATR is 33. Is the price action really representing what it should be for a big hard break of the wick high of bar 4, currently the high of day for a stop hunt? I mean, it's not what I would want it to be. But if it's relatively there, B- quality or up, I'll slap it on. See what we get. How we doing, guys? Good morning. All right. 2:15 out here. Nico, can you go over your backup system again? I've been getting torched lately with my Apex copy trader doing strange things with my follower accounts. Lost 7 live accounts Monday. Backup system or copy trader? Which one are we talking about? So first of all, the Apex copier, that was the first one that I tried. Gotta tell you, I fucking hated it. I love Apex, but that copy trader is garbage. I cannot stand that copier. And then I tried Replicanto, which was reasonable. ETP, I think it was called, which gave me a huge glitch and torched tons of accounts all in like half a second. But they made it right, so I'm cool with them. The best one I've tried is Affordable Indicators. As far as backup system, listen, there's only so much you can do, right? I mean, get an uninterrupted power supply on your PC and on your modem. And then, you know, you have a decision to make with your copy trader. If you have, this is getting kind of nuanced. A whole bunch of you are going to be like, who gives a shit? Let's just trade. Yeah, I get it. We're waiting on bar 30 here. But this stuff is crucial if you're going to trade prop. You know, you have a decision with your copier. Think about this. If you run executions mode, which means that all of your followers just do market orders when the leader does something, what does that mean when you're in a trade? It means that the follower accounts don't have take profits out. They don't have stops out. Only the leader does. So when the leader does something, it does it with all the rest of the followers at market, which is, for me, the only way to go. Because if I'm using limit orders and I'm putting limit orders out, which is what happens in orders mode, you end up with partial fills because you're using, you know, live limit orders, I suppose, which have, if you're trading multiple contracts, you might get partial fills. It's a nightmare. I've tried it. But the benefit there is if your PC goes down, your orders are all out and live. Whereas if your PC goes down when you are in executions mode, all of your follower accounts are naked, which is a disaster. But at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do. Prop trading is never going to be just absolutely, I mean, maybe someday, but it's not like perfect. Like, we're totally protected in every way imaginable. Dude, just do the best you can and go make some fucking money. That's the way that I see this. All right, bar 30. And you know what? If you have a glitch, I once had a glitch. You guys know all about this by now, right? With the ETP copier. And what am I going to do? Sit there and cry about it? It happened. Fucking move on. If your ROI is half reasonable, like even kind of low in your prop trading business, if you have a glitch every single quarter, you will be fine. Don't worry about it. Come on, 30! All right, minute 40 out here. ATR holding on to the 30s. We're sitting at 32 on the ATR. In a big single bar. Now it is a single bar. Well, oh shit. I mean, honestly, kinda, right? Draw the thing that you think 100,000 people looking at the whole day would draw. If that means draw this, then draw that, dude. You can draw that too. If that means draw this, fine. Notice how it's all kind of the same thing. People overthink their lines. They get too fancy with it. They're losing sight of the fact that there's like 100,000 different people and algorithms drawing it all their own way. I think the less thought you put into drawing it, the better off you're going to be, the better line you're going to draw. All right, bar 30. Well, ES was actually looking pretty reasonable. See how it's really struggling around high a day here? We don't want that. I don't care if it pops through. I don't care if it curls and falls off a cliff. In fact, I'd prefer that. But this little hesitation around high of day, it's the best way to kill volatility. Not into it. Not into it. Alright, I still got my eye on the wick high of bar 4 there. High of day. I'd like to stop hunt it. But being that there's a lot of risk of this just, again, being a thing, more or less, I'd prefer the signal body to be not all that big, so I can, try the idea without risking too many points. With an ATR of 31, if I got a signal bar that was like 55, and it's 10 points away from the stop hunt of the wick of 4, it's like, not the best quality stop hunt trade, right? Alright, we're less than 2 minutes out here from the close of bar 31. Well, see if we get a last second pop. I mean, I doubt it here, but, 9-point pop, all of a sudden I got a trade on. Alright, way down bar 32, let's see what we get. Yeah, what's really interesting is, I guess, especially in today's day and age, if you're a farmer of, I suppose it would be most things, right? I don't have too much experience, but I would expect that a lot of, especially cattle farmers, I know that for a fact. Like, these people, they kind of like every morning it's like, wake up, check the futures. Which is really interesting. I mean, this extends, obviously, far beyond our world. mean, they kind of live and die by that market, I suppose, huh? All right, I'm going to keep an eye on ES, see if we can kind of break out of that little single bar soft bull channel. If they can, all of a sudden I've got something to do over there, but NQ here, just as much. We'll see. 317 out. How does it affect? Oh, it affects them greatly. Like, for example, I don't know how true this is for all cattle farmers, but I was listening to an interview with a feeder cattle farmer, and he said that 7 out of 10 years in his industry are losing years. And he said he lives and dies by the feeder cattle futures. So when that market pops, he has to try to make as much money in those, on average, 3 years out of 10 as possible to cover the rest of the 10. Which is... that's wild. I mean, that's like a new level of respect. That's crazy. All right, 65 seconds out. Come on, you bulls. Bar 32. There you go. Reasonable bulls. Pop on over here. By the way, Apex 80% off ends today. Last day, 80% off. Resets are on sale. Code BIG, baby. B-I-G. All right, 32. What you got, big dog? I will go ahead and get that copy trader engaged. And see. I got to see a close out of bar 32. Above, ideally a bit above, but not too far. Got to kind of thread the needle here. The wick high of 29. 15 seconds out. Come on, bulls. Insecure. Insecure, nothing. All right, 310 out here. I got my eye on continuation for a stop hunt of 4, as well as a potential, we'll see, limit order reversion scalp if it sets up just right. That would have to be a relatively deep close out of the bears. Gold? Fading right back inside. All right. ATR below 5 now on gold. ES. Wiki mess. Alright, back to NQ here. All right, we're about 1 minute out. Let's see how 33 closes up. I may have a little scalp on my hands here. We'll see. I don't want that to get too much deeper. Range on this bar still inside the full ATR. I'm not looking at some ridiculous outsized bar. All right, let's see what we get here. I don't mind that too much. I'm going to give that a shot because I have that wick low at 26. Makes managing my risk very simple. Now, that's a scalp, but I anticipate that's going to take a little bit of time. It's probably not going to be, a 30-second kind of deal here. So let's see what we get. If the bulls can maintain that little channel. Give the bears some wiggle room, see what the bulls got. HR 27, by the way. All right, you bulls, step on in. All right, I got a minute 37 left here on bar 34. We'll see how it closes up. All right, there's the open of bar 35. All right. Well, get ready for these bulls to step in, man. Fade it back upside. I don't know, man. I don't think they're done with that soft bull channel. ATR sitting 27, by the way. All right, there's the open of bar 36. Yeah, usually when you have little battles like this, either the bulls end up fading it back upside controlled, or they just give way and the bears take it out quick. Either way, I'm fine. What I really want is some volatility! Damn, ATR down to 25. All right, 320 out here to the close of bar 36. We got risk managed beneath the wick low at 26. See if the bears can take that out. All right, I got 90 seconds left here on bar 36. ATR sitting 26. There we go. Put it there. I gotta watch the close of 36 already. Son of a bitch. Alright, see if I get a clean close out of 36. Man, well, I gotta see here. Gotta place it. It's beneath the wick low 26. Have to place it. Bar is not outsized. ATR is not what I would like it to be, but 25 is reasonable. And I gotta give that 30 seconds into the bar to see if it can give us a fill. I highly doubt it. You know the bulls just want to turn this right back into a range. But if the bears take it through, I'd like to be short. 5 seconds here. No fill, no trade. All right, watch 37. Gold. Man, I feel like gold looked exactly the same when we checked on it 30 minutes ago. All right, watching 37 here. $220 out here. 37. I like you so far. Let's hold that down, Bears. All right, we got a question about Apex payouts. Listen, my approach Unless, like, okay, here's... I don't know. We have 60 seconds here. I just did an hour on this in the tomb. Literally, we did an hour on scaling on Tuesday. and payouts. My approach is this. The vast majority of your accounts, your funded, you should treat them like workhorses. The easiest way to lock in the positive ROI is to take the money when it's available. I've seen it happen way too many times where people get very ego-driven and kind of gambly in like a scary way, and they leave all the money in the accounts because they're like, I'm gonna grow it and I'm gonna take the payout record, and then they blow up $800,000 fucking dollars that they could have just taken, basically gambling because they're trading with like 10 minis per account at that point. When the money's available, take it. If you want to have 5 accounts that you build a buffer in, be my guest, but most of your accounts should be workhorses. All right, 37! Hold it down! You fucking bitch bears, do it! Look at these guys. Look at how insecure they are. Ooh, that's... okay. I'm gonna give that 15, 20 seconds. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. That wick is not too bad. Beauty! All right, bears, I don't hate that. Take that baby lower. Dump this thing off a cliff. Do it, bears. Take that thing through. ATR 25. All right, bears. Down through a whole bunch. All right, ATR currently sitting 26. I don't love 26 for an ATR. A lower ATR definitely makes my job a little bit more difficult. But above 20 we can work with. Above 30's better. Above 40, man, that's best. All right, Bears. It's dump time. Do it to him. All right, there's the open of bar 39. Let's see if 39 is the golden child. Yeah, Bulls, what is it you guys think you're doing, man? HR sitting at 25. We got some typical low volatility stuff going on here. Oh, you insecure bears. Fade this thing. All right, there's the open of bar 40. Got it there. All right, next trade, man. All right, ATR down to 24. It's tanked here. It is tanked. What was it at 19? 46. That hurts. That drop in ATR, that hurts. I really don't want to see that ATR drop beneath 20. See if we can hold above 20 here. All right, we're coming into 20 EMA. There's nothing to do here on 40 for me. I mean, I suppose we'll see. Does the whole day just become one big giant range, basically? We'll see, man. In the meantime, if you want to look from bar 19, you're kind of looking at this sort of deal, right? I mean, you can draw this however you want. Don't overthink it. Let's get rid of all that. All right. Well, you know, ES, you could kind of make the argument of a big soft bull channel, a little bit more than NQ. All right, let's see what we get. Oh man, bar 40! Alright, we'll watch 41. We got 50 closing here. I'm sorry. Bar 40 closing here in 50 seconds is what I meant to tell you. Let's see. GC. Yeah, gold, man. ATR down to 4. And I'm in a big single bar channel. All right, be right back. Grabbing coffee. Don't you go anywhere. Hopefully this market can hold up above 20 on the ATR. We're sitting at 23 right now. 2 minutes. All right. Welcome back. Well, let's pop on over here. We got a minute out. Till the close of bar 41. I'll see if it can close as a nice, clean, bare body, if it can. All of a sudden, I've got something I gotta put on. By the way, it's gotta be pretty deep. It's gotta be well beneath the wick low of 38. Nothing there. Let's watch the wick low of 38 on bar 42. right, ATR down to about 23. Let's get that thing pumping back up. Quickest way to do that is get this market tanking. That would be a beautiful thing. All right, 2 minutes out. Let me pop around the horn here and take a look at everything. We got gold, not doing too much for me. ES, yeah, I like NQ better. YM, we haven't checked in on the Dow much today. Yep, in a big old sideways trading range. ATR over on YM 35. So I am back over to NQ to watch the close here at bar 42. We're a minute 50 out. And let's see what we get on this here. All right, 60 seconds. All right, Bears, calm it down now. Let's keep that range within reason. All right, 35 seconds here. I'll see if we can get a nice, reasonable, clean close out of the Bears. By the way, wick low a day, a bar 17. That's a bit of a ways away. That's 50 points with a 24 ATR. So, unfortunately for me, not likely to be a stop on trade on this guy. It's all right. All right, stop limit sell ready. I'll put him out. Ooh, look at that. Making a quick test. See if we can get a fill. Bull's taking it right back up. All right, 15 more seconds. Let's see if we can get a fill. Unlikely here. Five seconds. You want it, Bears? Nope, no fill, no trade. They don't want it, I don't want them. All right. Things looking pretty similar over here on the S&Ps. All right, 3 minutes here. Okay, bar 43 here trying to pop. But we might see it close above the wick high of 42. Which tells me to wait for 44 and see how that closes up. See if that turns into a very small bull body, maybe a doji. Kind of help define the context here a little bit better. There's the rollover in the open of 44. Let's see how 44 works out. HR sitting 24 and a half. Yeah, bar 44 here coming right into the 20. EMA, that is. I want to see how close they can get to the wick high of 40. Still got like 3 minutes left on this bar. Okay, so we've got bar 44. I gotta watch the wick high of 40. I don't trust that this isn't just a trading range. We've seen so much insecurity from both sides here today that I gotta wait for bar 45. You see that? Bunch of babies. We talk big and then wick it back. Let's see if the Bulls can put something together here on 45. All right, here, 357 out. All right, halfway through bar 45. What did we just say? Bunch of fucking babies all day today. Look at this. Garbage. ATR 25. All right. ATR 24. We're sitting 3.5 minutes out here from the close of 46. Gold doing a whole bunch of nothing. ES looks like a less favorable version of NQ right now. Silver? ATR on silver in the 30s. The Dow? Ooh. We're gonna pretend we didn't look at the Dow. Ugliest fucking chart I've ever seen in my life. All right! 46. 2 minutes, 45 seconds out. I lost 2 trades today. I'm up 13,000 on the week. You guys are fucking weirdos sometimes. This is just, you guys are goofballs sometimes, dude. Emotional men. It's embarrassing. Yeah, this morning I came in up 21,000 on the week. I'm currently down like 7,500 bucks today. 2 trades. 2 losers. Oh, see, man, the market's gonna. I really don't want that ATR to dip below 20. All right. Minute 15 out here from the close of 46. Kind of wiki. I don't know, man. Big ol' inside close. So I think it was yesterday, right? That we took the poll. Were we gonna hit 25K on NQ or 26K first? And the overwhelming, well, I don't know if it was overwhelming. What was it, like 60% of you, maybe a little bit more, said 25. Yet to be seen. I don't know, man. All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Don't you go anywhere. What's up? Welcome back. All right, 48, what you got? We are 2 minutes out here from the close of 48. You're on the NQ 5-minute chart. That's bar 48. And ATR is down a bit, down to 22, which is not tremendous, but we'll see what 48's got. Typical. See that? Do you see that? Bulls. 1 or 2 ticks inside the wick high of 45. Typical insecure behavior. Low volatility, you gotta do your best. I mean, taking a trade like that, if you're someone who just understands the ultra basics of price action trading, you're probably going to miss the context. So I got to wait on 49. Let's see if the Bulls can actually get out of the corner here and show a little bit of confidence. There you go, Bulls. Not too bad, huh? Anyone sitting long right now? Anyone sitting short right now? I want some bare knuckle brawls in the chat, man. Bulls versus Bears. I think right now the audience wins. ATR 21. 220 out here from the close of 49. All right, 30 seconds out here. I'll pop over here. See what the Bulls got. Ten seconds. It's showing a little more security. The Bulls take it. We'll give it a stab. At least I will. Give that 5 more seconds. See if it can give me a fill. Bulls don't want it. Bunch of babies. If the Bulls don't want it, I don't want them. All right, what's up on the metals here? Gold? Yeah, still. Oh, jeez. Jeez, ATR on gold's 3.7. Listen, when metals are doing this, you know, 45, 46, 47, 48, just stay away. Just stay away. Well, I am actually trying to clean up a little bit. Don't trust it yet. Silver, close of 31, turned out to be reasonable. But you gotta be careful on silver. Again, a lot of prop firms, they're not gonna let you trade micro silver. So if you're trading silver, it better be either a big, padded, funded, or a personal. How much is one tick on silver? For the regular SI silver contracts, there's 200 ticks a point. One tick is 25 bucks. So, you know, you can't really just casually, you can't really casually pop over from NQ to silver and be like, I'm just going to trade the same size. It'll either work out very well or very poorly. They don't call silver the Widowmaker for nothing, man. I mean, look, if you become like a metal specialist, a silver specialist, you can get very rich trading silver. But I'll tell you what, the graveyard is full over there. It is full. Question, could an argument be made for a bear channel from bar 26 to now? Well, let's take a look. From bar 26, so you're saying here, huh? If, well, what is this, bar 51? If 51 could continue to fade and dig deeper, I think it's a little early. If we could dig deeper, all of a sudden, bear channel? Yeah, maybe. Still gotta think, though. Whole day overarching sideways range? Probably also, sure. If this can pull deeper, I want to see it dig out, though. Here we're a little bit early because it's just test number 2. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you see it, and there's a couple of tests, at least, minimum, and that second test especially, dug out or drove higher in a bull channel, if you see it, man, it's probably there. I think a lot of times people overthink context a little bit. I think that's one of the big problems. There's got to be, you know, as long as you have those 2 tests, at least. You gotta have two points to kind of lock in from pivoting it. You know, if you only have 1 test and you're already calling it a channel of sorts, you're early. But if you've got 2 that really saw continuation, if it's there, man, it's there. And that's probably the context. But don't get too jumpy on it. I think a lot of people are a little quick to say. Because, you know, I mean, realistically, let's pop over to a 1 minute for a second here. You know what a lot of people do? I did this early on, too. On a 1 minute chart, you look at this, you're like, ooh, that's a bull channel. I better get long, huh? Yeah, I mean, contextually speaking, that's a micro variation of the real context. Probability, you know, it's fine. It's fine if you're an algorithm, taking thousands of trades a day. Retail traders, we need a little bit more edge. It doesn't mean you can't scalp, of course. But our sample size is going to be smaller as human traders, right? It's not like we're taking 1,000 trades a day, so we got to get a little bit better edge on each trade for the numbers to work out a bit more predictably by the end of the month. All right, ATR sitting here at 21. All right, guys, well, I'll tell you what. Quick reminder, Apex, 80% off, discounted resets, single day pass, code BIG, BIG, that ends today. Last day to hit Apex. Take Profit Trader, though, is still 40% off, no activation fee, same code, code BIG. We shall see what the afternoon brings. Chill out. Chill out. Volatility will come back. You know, I gotta tell you, ATR is 21. That's not great. Yesterday was much better as far as ATR. But you gotta remember that we've seen ATRs of like 9.5 this time of day. So it seems to me, or it would seem to me, that volatility's creeping back in, though I'm getting a little bit, as we all are, impatient with it taking its time to do so. There it is, dipping beneath 20 on the ATR. It's coming. It's coming. It's creeping back in. Market's out of excuses. So we shall see what the afternoon brings. Hopefully tomorrow for Pharaoh Friday, we get a bit of movement, huh? All right, guys. Go hit lunch, baby. I'll see you in the morning. Have a good day.